Have you ever given someone everything you had? Your heart, your time, your future? And then, without warning, they walk away. You're left standing there, shattered and confused, wondering how it all went wrong. But then, when you've finally moved on, they come back, begging for another chance. It's too late, though. You've learned the hard way, and now, it's time to let go. I met Sarah when I wasn't looking for anything serious. At the time, I was focused on building my career, figuring out my life. But when she walked into the room, everything changed. She had this energy, this smile that made everything else disappear. From the moment we spoke, there was an undeniable connection. It felt like fate. We quickly became inseparable. Every day, we'd talk for hours, laugh about stupid things, and make future plans. I started picturing a life with her, a future filled with shared moments, milestones, and love. She was the one, or at least, I thought she was. At first, everything was perfect. She supported my goals, and I supported hers. We shared our dreams, from traveling the world to starting a family. But somewhere along the way, things began to change. Little by little, she started pulling away. At first, I didn't notice it. It was subtle. She'd be busy with work or with her friends, and I convinced myself that it was just a phase. But then, the calls started to go unanswered. The texts went from long conversations to brief, almost cold replies. When we spent time together, she seemed distant, distracted. I tried to brush it off. Maybe she was stressed, maybe she was going through something. But the truth was becoming clear, something had shifted. And it wasn't me. One night, it all came crashing down. We were at dinner, and she said it out of nowhere. "I think I need some space," she said, barely looking at me. I froze. The words felt like a punch to the gut. Space? What do you mean? "I just don't know. I'm not sure what I want anymore," she whispered. I didn't know how to respond. All the plans we'd talked about, all the promises we made, were suddenly irrelevant. My world shifted on its axis. The woman I thought I was going to marry, the woman I thought I would spend my life with, was telling me she didn't know if she wanted to be with me. My mind raced. What had happened? How had we gone from planning a future together to this? I begged her to stay, to talk about it, but she was firm. "I just need time," she said. She left that night, and just like that, she was gone. The next few weeks felt like a nightmare. I spent my days numb, going through the motions of life without really living. Work felt meaningless. I couldn't stop thinking about her, about us. I tried reaching out, but she was always distant, always unavailable. Every time I thought I had moved on, something would remind me of her. A song, a place we had been together, her favorite coffee shop. It was torture. But slowly, something changed. I started taking care of myself. I threw myself into work, found new hobbies, spent more time with friends, and bit by bit, I started to heal. I wasn't the same person I was when she left. I had learned to love myself again, to find my own strength. Months passed, and I had almost forgotten the pain. I wasn't holding on to the hope of us anymore. I was content in my own space, and I started to see life in a way I hadn't before. I had found my peace. But then, out of nowhere, she reached out. "Can we talk?" the message read. I stared at the screen for what felt like hours. My heart raced. Part of me wanted to reach out, to respond, but another part of me knew better. I had moved on. I wasn't the same person who had begged for her attention and love. That version of me was gone. Still, I called her. Maybe I needed closure. Maybe I needed to hear her side. "Sarah," I said, my voice steady, though my heart was beating out of my chest. "What is it?" "I'm sorry," she said, her voice shaky. "I was wrong. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. I've missed you. Please, I'm begging you, take me back." For a moment, I felt the old pull, the temptation to forgive her, to let her back in. But as I listened to her, I realized something. I had given her everything. I had been patient. I had loved her, and when she walked away, I had let her go. I had rebuilt my life without her, and as much as I cared for her, I couldn't go back to the pain she caused. "No, Sarah," I said firmly, my voice calm but resolute. "It's too late. You had your chance, and you walked away. I've moved on. She was quiet for a moment. I could hear her sobbing on the other end of the line, but my resolve didn't waver. I had spent so long trying to hold on to something that wasn't meant to be. I had learned the hard way that you can't force someone to love you. You can't make them stay if they don't want to. I'm sorry, she whispered again, but I cut her off. Don't apologize. You don't get to come back when it's convenient for you. I gave you everything, and you didn't want it. Now I'm moving forward without you. And with that, I hung up. In the days that followed, I felt a strange sense of relief. The weight that had once burdened me was finally lifted. I had done the right thing. She had left me once, and I wasn't about to let her do it again. I had learned that love isn't about holding on when it's easy. It's about knowing when to let go. And as much as it hurt, I knew that I was better off without her. Sometimes, people will walk away from you, and you can't chase after them. You have to let them go. And in the end, you'll realize that you are stronger than you thought. You are worthy of love, of respect, and of someone who will choose you not when it's convenient, but every single day. Moral of the story. Sometimes, people leave us without explanation. They break our hearts, and we're left to pick up the pieces. But the most important lesson is this: don't settle for someone who isn't ready to give you the love you deserve. When someone walks away, let them go. Because in the end, the right person will never leave.